In the next part of Let's Make Things Interesting, we find ourselves with a quadratic equation set equal to 0. So this, we actually have to solve for x. We want to find the value of x that causes this thing to be 0. I notice that I have this coefficient out in front, a quadratic coefficient. It's a 3. But I look at the 11 and I look at the 10 and I say, can I factor anything out of there? And in this case, the 3, 11, and 10 have no common factors. So factoring something out isn't going to get me anywhere. So I have a little bit bigger challenge on my hands. I got to factor this thing using that 3x squared. So I look at that first term and I say, okay, what are two things that multiply to get 3? Well, I got 1 and 3. Those are really my only options. So I can put a 1x here and a 3x there. I know that when I multiply those two things together, I'm going to get 3x squared. Then let's take a look at the 10. When I look at the 10, I got 1 and 10, and I got 2 and 5. Now I can use either one of those, right? So let's try the 5 and the 2 and see what happens. So if I put a 5 here and a 2 there, then I check this thing, because we got to check it. We got to make sure that our middle term is going to give me 11x. And so 5 times 3 is 15x. 1 times 2 is 2x. Can I combine 15 and 2 to get 11? I don't think so. 15 and 2 gives me 17, or 15 minus 2 gives me 13, but it certainly doesn't give me 11. I'm not ready to ditch the 5 and the 2 just yet, because I can play around with this a little bit. I can, instead of a 5 and a 2 there, let's switch those up, and let's go a 2 and a 5, and let's see what happens there. Now I get a not a 3x, I get a 6x for my middle term here. And I get a 5x here, and I say, oh, wait a second, yes, 5x and 6x does in fact give me 11x. So if these are both positive, I have successfully factored it. All right, but the problem is not done yet, because I have to I bring down my set equal to 0. Remember, we're solving this one for x. So now I can say either this factor, x plus 2, is equal to 0, or this factor, 3x plus 5, is equal to 0. Here, I get x equals negative 2. On the right, when I subtract 5, I get 3x equals negative 5. Divide by 3, x equals negative 5/3. And I have my two values of x that cause that quadratic equation to equal 0.